Hey guys, Dr. Mike Dusa, MTFU Longevity Over 50, www.mtfucoach.com. How are you? Today in the gym, early on, I was doing arms and somebody came up and I guess they kind of, in an angular way, gave me a compliment. They said, hey man, you got really good arms. You got tremendous peaks on your arms, but that's all genetics. And I don't know if you want to lead me into a duel or an argument or going back and forth, and I said, yeah, it could be. And I just went back to my workout. Look, I don't buy into that, okay? And people like to go back and forth with genetics. The truism is this: you're going to look how you're going to look. You're going to grow how you're going to grow as far as what genes your parents gave you. However, I will tell you this. If you look at my arms and you want arms like mine, or I look at Boyer Coe's arms and I want arms like his, but I tell myself, or you tell yourself, I don't have those genetics, or nobody in my family has those types of arms, I guarantee you, you will hold yourself back, subliminally in the least, or ostensibly, even worse so, you're just not going to work as hard. You're not going to. You've already programmed in your head that those arms are not going to happen for you because of genetics or whatever other bullshit. So it's going to stop you from working as hard as you possibly can. And so that's why I don't buy into the genetic thing. Now, I will tell you this: resistance is resistance. I don't believe there's any shaping exercises. I believe exercises are exercises. I will tell you that the muscle doesn't care if you're using, and we're talking about the arm now, but it could be any muscle. It doesn't care if you're using a bucket of cement or a gold-plated dumbbell. The resistance is only an abstract to the muscle. I keep getting these pop-ups. It's just an abstract. The muscle only knows resistance and how you make it feel. The people wonder how do you get big arms? Now, my arms are not gigantic. When they're in top shape, I can get them close to 18 inches, and that's cut. I will say that's a damn good arm. There are guys with much bigger arms that are really, really cut and developed, but even still, there's a lot more people who have bigger arms with the big old lumpy clumps, because I will tell you this: it's easy to sit at a table and eat all day and not have any quality in your muscle. And if that's what you want, that's fine, but it's not going to be as impressive as a cleanly defined, well-shaped arm. Now, mass building, listen, I was like anybody else when I started. Straight bar curls. You see all the old pictures of Arnold, with a straight bar. Arnold, among the best arms in history. Doing those classic old straight bar curls in the Gold's Gym in Venice, California in the 70s, pumping iron being filmed and all that real cool stuff. Look, I've done straight bar curls, and especially now, I've had 12 surgeries on this wrist, 3 surgeries on this wrist, 4 surgeries on each shoulder, 1 or 2 on this elbow, and I've got plates and screws and all kinds of crap in my upper extremities. And listen, that doesn't hold me back. I don't feel any pain. I don't dwell on that. I don't tell anybody about it. For the sake of our discussion now, I mention it. Nobody cares, neither do I. That's in my past. But I will tell you this: I have major incongruencies from arm to arm. Think about it. When you're using a straight bar, you've got to have relatively the same line of drive on each side in order to affect change in each bicep. I don't have that. So even still, even before I had all these surgeries, I would do straight bar curls, and I would really, really focus and use proper form and have the mind-muscle connection, mind to the bicep. I just wouldn't feel it. So what do? I focus. I use unilateral movements. I use one arm at a time with either dumbbells or cables. I love standing cable curls. You grab the cables and it's one of these things just like that. And I know a couple of guys that are top-level IFBB pros too, and they've told me, those are no good. I go, look, that's fine. Maybe they're not good for them, but listen, in this life, there's very few absolutes. And what did I just say? When you're offering resistance to the muscle, resistance is resistance. In my case, I use cables, and I could go pretty heavy with them. I also do dumbbell curls as well. Really good way to focus from side to side. And I'll tell you one other thing. I do preacher curls, but only with cables. When you have a continuous tension of a cable, it's much less likely that you're going to rupture the bicep tendon like a lot of people do when you're using a straight bar free weight at the bottom of the movement. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and one of them is because people jerk the weight, they let it come down quickly, or they jerk it up. With a cable, it's continuous tension, and that's really not going to happen. I'm getting a little off track here. So that's what I do. I've got a guy right now I'm working with, Steve, and he's about my age, and he's in good shape. He's a big, strong guy. I had him do arms early this morning today, and I had him do a 25-pound plate curl. You guys all know what those are. You can always visit my YouTube channel, and you can watch all these exercises. One of our favorites is the plate curl. I had him superset those with straight bar, a 35-pound a preset bar, straight bar, curls with that. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but total focus, total isolation on only that bicep muscle. And he was feeling it, and he just shook his head. He couldn't believe it. He goes, wow, I go heavier than this on my own, but what does he do? And I'm not putting this on him, but you see a lot of kids who they have to curl 100, or I've heard plenty of times, and you've seen people say on here that I'm a pussy because I only curl 20-pound dumbbells. Dude, listen, I'm not even going to get into that, but the point is, you know, with Steve, he realizes that he was going too heavy, and you see a lot of these young kids, oh, they're curling 100 and 120-pound barbells. They have no arms. You ever see that? You ever see these guys, they're curling, you know, 40-pound, 50, 60-pound dumbbells? There's no arm development, or it's clumpy or kind of fat. Why? Well, they're not focusing. They're throwing the weight up. They're throwing the weight up. It becomes a deltoid exercise. Oh, they got these big, great deltoids, and then a skinny arm. It looks like a Tootsie Pop or something. And these kids all have that. And yeah, they're telling people, I curl this, I curl that. Well, listen, when somebody asks you, let me see your muscle, well, you throw your arm. You show them your bicep. You don't tell them, well, you know I don't have much of a bicep, but I could curl a 60-pound dumbbell. It's not really working. And I'll just tell you this. I'll end with this. So you've got to find what works for you. Find what stimulates the bicep. Okay. And listen, it's like Arnold said to Franco when he was throwing the side chest row. He said, if you don't have it, don't hit it. I'm going to tell you this. If you don't feel it, don't do it. Okay. Find some funky ass weird shit that I put a video from the other day with it's a bicep exercise, and I'm kind of bending my wrists in a weird way. You can find it. You can look at it, and a lot of people send me messages, boy, that's really going to fuck up your wrists. I go, well, no, it's not going to fuck up my wrists. It may look like that, but I'm doing the exercise so I feel it in my biceps. Go ahead and watch. It's from yesterday or the day before. It's on my wall. It's on the YouTube channel as well. And you can see the biceps pop. It's not a lot of weight either. It's 25-pound front dumbbell, two-arm front curl, like I call them. And I'll leave you with this. It's like Frank Zane says. He says this. He goes, look, you may see me doing an exercise, and it may totally dispel everything you've been taught by the progenitors of bro science, the scholars, the textbooks, the guys working in the think tanks. Doesn't matter. He said this. He said, listen, if I'm not doing any damage to myself, if it does not hurt, and I'm feeling the proper stimulation in the target muscle, I'm going to keep doing it. And I hearten you to do the same thing for your arm exercises. Find what works. You don't have to do straight bar curls, okay? Over time, those are going to fuck up your shoulders anyhow. I guarantee that. They may not have yet. You do them for enough years, you'll see you'll have problems there. Only because I'm throwing in the coefficient of you probably doing them wrong. So in closing, find what works for you, focus, get that arm, and you too may look like you only curl 20-pound dumbbells. Dr. Mike Dusa, MTFU Longevity Over 50, www.mtfucoach.com. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, MTFU Longevity Over 50. Leave your comments, thoughts, considerations down below because they are my oxygen, and have a good night.